This may be one of the best ways to defeat Grym, the internal protector of the Forge, in Baldur's Gate 3, especially if you go in there unprepared and you don't have the right type of weapon. Check this out. Once you get the Mithril ore, head down to the Forge.
That did the trick all right. And down it goes.
Split your party so you can control them individually. You only need 3 characters, but having an additional member to your team will only make your life easier. You need to position 1 member at the Forge lever, 1 at the Forge valve, and the 3rd member on top of the mold chamber. The party member that is on the chamber will need to have some type of range damage, and we'll get to that reason why in a second. If you do have a 4th party member, you can position them on the circle platform directly behind the mold chamber. Now once everyone's in position, open the valve and let Grym spawn in. Now we're in the fight. Let's look at Grym's strengths and weaknesses. You should notice that Grym is pretty much only vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. And if you don't have that type of weapon, you might have some difficulty taking him down. And not only that, he only becomes vulnerable when exposed to lava. There's also another notable feature about this boss that you can take advantage of, and it's called Vengeful Guardian. Now this is a passive feature that makes Grym attack the last creature that it was hit by. So now that we know more about Grym, let's go ahead and take him down. Switch to your player that's standing on the mold chamber. Use a ranged attack to hit Grym. If you're successful in your attack, you'll see a notification pop up saying threat assessment above Grym's head. This means that he will direct his attention to the player that just attacked him. For your other party members' turns, you don't need to do anything. If you want to prep for battle, go ahead and do that. You don't need to move them though. You can just end the turn. Once it's Grym's turn, he'll walk over to the player on the mold chamber, which is also very close to the crucible. You should notice that Grym's feet are a bright red-orange. This means that he's now vulnerable. When he completes his turn and hopefully he doesn't lay the boom on you, you can switch to the party member that's at the lever. Pull the lever, and down goes Grym in half of his health. This will put him in a down state. This is great for you because now you have to deal with some magma minions that popped up in the back of the map. To deal with these, you can use ranged attacks and summons to help. You can also use the party member that's positioned at the valve to assist, but just know that if the lava goes down during any part of the fight, you'll need to move that character back to the valve to activate it again. Now while you're dealing with the minions, Grym will get back up, and you will need to pull the lever a second time. Before you do this, you'll need to make sure that he's in a vulnerable status and on top of the crucible. If his feet aren't red, he won't take any damage, but you can still put him in a down state if you're successful on the hit. Use this time to finish off the minions and reposition. Once Grym's in a vulnerable state and back in position, pull that lever and finish him off. Don't forget to take the Grym Skull helm from the body, and let me know down in the comments if you have any other strategies that you use to take down this boss. Also, check out this other video on how you can summon 3 massive war trolls to help you in your travels. I hope you enjoyed this one and learned something new. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.